What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Chemical Guys Detail Garage. Today we have something brand new, something exciting for you guys. Our brand new Big Noodle supersized wash mitt. This Big Noodle supersized wash mitt is going to be a perfect partner for me to wash this super dirty Ford Ranger. As you guys can see, this Ford Ranger has seen better days. It has dirt, grime, debris, everything you might think of. This vehicle has it because it is an overlanding vehicle, and the owner of this vehicle loves taking it off-road, loves getting it dirty. So today in this video, I thought it'd be a great idea to show you guys how good our Big Noodle supersized wash mitt is, because a Big Noodle supersized wash mitt, we supersized our current wash mitts and made them bigger and better than ever. As you guys can see, it is massive. If I put it right next to my head, you guys can see how big this chenille wash mitt actually is. This chenille wash mitt has big old gigantic noodles that are super soft, ultra absorbent, and has multi-use. So how can you use it around your house? How can you use it in your garage? You could use it to dust off blinds, ceiling fans, or much more. You could also use it on the interior vehicle dry, so I guess you get a perfect dust-free area every single time you're driving. Or if you want to use it while you wash, I recommend you do so. It is massive. If I grab my wash mitt and I come close to the paint, you guys can see how much coverage this wash mitt is actually going to do. So every single time I glide across the surface vehicle, the big massive noodles are going to capture all the dirt, grime, and debris and not let it scratch on this surface of this paint. And the other thing I wanted to show you guys is that this truck is black. A black truck or any dark color vehicle shows every single imperfections, such as scratches, swirls, marring, fingerprints, anything you might think of. Black paint has it. So this is why I chose it to be washed with the Big Noodle Wash Mitt. Like this, I show you guys that the Big Noodle Wash Mitt is a scratch-free wash if you use it the proper way. Anyways, guys, let's get right into this wash process. So today, I have my 2-bucket method system set up and my Big Mouth Max Use foam cannon. Get it? Big noodles, big mouth. We're gonna supersize everything while we wash this Ford Ranger. This Big Mouth Max Use foam cannon attaches to any pressure washer that has a minimum PSI of 800 and a gallons per minute of 1.6. So how do you actually use it? It is very simple. So the Big Mouth Max Use foam cannon is bigger than ever also. It has a big blow bezel, it has a foam adjustment knob, a quick release fitting, and a big mouth so you could dilute your soap. So before anything, all you want to do is just open up your Big Mouth Max Use foam cannon, and then the choice of soap today is going to be Tough Mudder. The reason why I want Tough Mudder is because this vehicle loves going off-roading, or if I should say the owner of this vehicle loves to go off-roading and loves putting wear and tear on the vehicle. And by using Tough Mudder actually has a sealant in it, so it's going to leave a sealant behind. It's also going to help me repel dirt, grime, debris. It's also going to protect the paint from getting any scratches, dirt, grime, or even pollen back stuck onto it. So how do you actually use it? Just shake up the product before using it, and then you'll go to your Big Mouth Max Use foam cannon. If you're not familiar by diluting your soap, the Big Mouth Max Use foam cannon actually has dilution meters back here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna dump out a little bit of water and leave it at the 30 mark, and I'm gonna add 2 ounces of Tough Mudder into my bottle. 1, 2. Now that I added 2 ounces of Tough Mudder inside my Big Mouth Max Use foam cannon, I'll attach the Big Mouth head back onto it. And then instead of shaking it hard, all I'll do is just stir it. The reason why I just want to stir it is because I don't want to cause any foam inside the Big Mouth Max Use foam cannon bottle. I want all my foam to lather up this surface of this paint. And if you're not familiar with the foam cannon, the Torque Big Mouth Max Use foam cannon actually has a big blow bezel that's going to allow the user to adjust their knob. So if you want a super wide fan of suds, you want to have your mouth closed. If you want a super narrow stream, you open it up all the way. What I would recommend you do, if you have a big vehicle, a medium-sized vehicle, whenever you start foaming, just play with it. In this occasion, we do have a big truck. It does have a camping alu cab on it, so we'll have it right about there. So we could have a nice adjusted fan of foam so it could cover up every single part of this vehicle. And then up top, if you ever want to shoot foam like us, like our YouTube videos, it actually has a foam adjustment knob. This foam adjustment knob can be reduced by turning it all the way to the left. If you turn it all the way to the left, it's actually just going to shoot out pure water, no foam. If you want maximum suds on your vehicle, just twist it all the way to the right. And once it's already twisted all the way to the right and it has no more turning radius, it is ready to go, and like this, you shoot amazing suds just like we do on our YouTube video. So now that we set up our Big Mouth Max Use foam cannon, it is time to set up our 2-bucket method. And for anyone that is not familiar with the 2-bucket method, it is a must-have in your wash process. By utilizing the 2-bucket method, it's going to reduce scratches and swirls. It's going to make sure you avoid cross-contamination, because keep this in mind. Every single time I grab my Big Noodle Wash Mitt and I come off away from the surface and I come back to my rinse bucket, it's going to release all the dirt, grime, debris away from these big old noodles, and then I go back to my soapy water and I get clean water. So like this, I prevent scratches and swirls every single time. But now, before we get into the inserting what soap and what does what, let's go over the dirt trap. So this cyclone dirt trap is actually a filtration system that sits at the bottom of your bucket to reduce scratches and swirls. The reason why I went with two different colored dirt traps, one green, one black, is just so I could color coordinate and I know myself what bucket is what. In this occasion, whenever you want to insert a dirt trap, always insert at an angle. If you want to insert at an angle, you cause a permanent seal and it will not rise back up. So never insert it like this. Always insert it at an angle, push all the way down, and like this it causes a permanent seal. And like I told you guys, I chose a green one and a black one just so I know exactly what does what, which one's going to my wash bucket and which one's going to be my rinse bucket. Now it's very simple. On my left-hand side, your right-hand side is going to my rinse bucket. On my right-hand side, your left-hand side is going to my wash bucket. So now I grab Tough Mudder. So I insert Tough Mudder inside this wash bucket just so I can have extra added lubrication whenever I'm washing. So like this, every single time I come back with my Big Noodle Wash Mitt and I get more suds, it always lathers my wash mitt, and I go back to the surface of the vehicle and I start scrubbing it, and like this I prevent scratches and swirls. Anyways guys, now that I went over what does what, now it's just simply time to rinse down the surface of the vehicle just to knock off any loose grime and debris. Then after that, I'm gonna get my big mouth max release foam cannon, attach it to my torque snubby that is attached to my pressure washer. I'm going to start foaming it up, and then once I'm done foaming it up, we're gonna get into the fun part, and I'll show you guys how to actually properly use our brand new Big Noodle supersized wash mitt. Anyways guys, let's get started. Alright guys, check out how amazing the suds were that Tough Mudder produced with the Big Mouth Max Release foam cannon. Now it is time to get into the fun part, which is going to be scrubbing the vehicle. All I need to do is just grab my pressure washer tip. You always want to spray away, pro tip, because you don't want this tip flying off. And then just activate your suds. After you activate your suds, now it's time to get the Big Noodle supersized wash mitt. So the elastic band is doing an amazing job at preventing it from falling off. Now I'll go to my wash bucket, and you guys can see how much suds the Big Noodle wash mitt actually holds. So I'll get some suds, I'll walk over to the surface of the vehicle. So what you always want to do whenever you're scrubbing any vehicle, you always want to go in linear motions. In this occasion, I have the Big Noodle wash mitt, and since it's supersized, it's going to help me get more coverage around the whole entire vehicle. After a couple passes, or one pass, you can flip it over to a clean side and just start scrubbing it down in linear motions. Keep this in mind. This is a dark color vehicle. You always want to do this process around any type of vehicle, whether it's blue, black, orange, purple. You always want to come back to your rinse bucket, come back, sink your wash mitt at the bottom, at the dirt trap, take it out, bring it out outside, inspect your wash mitt. Since these noodles are so big, it's super easy to inspect. Make sure there's no more dirt, grime, debris on it. Get more suds, continue around the whole entire vehicle, and like this, you'll achieve a scratch-free wash every single time. And just check out how big this wash mitt is. If I put it on the surface, just a single pass will scrub down the whole entire fender. So if you guys want to get a lot of coverage, I recommend using the Big Noodle supersized wash mitt. It's going to do an amazing job at cleaning your wheels, your paint, your mirrors. But keep this in mind, if you are going to be using on your wheels, just get two Big Noodle wash mitt like these. You prevent cross-contamination. Anyways guys, let me get back into the scrubbing. What I recommend you do is sit back, relax, and enjoy this montage. finished washing and drying this Ford Ranger. As you guys can see, the paint looks phenomenal. There's no more dirt, grime, debris sitting on the surface of the paint because the Big Noodle Wash Mitt helped me remove it in half the time. It's so big, so massive, but it cuts time in half. So guys, if you guys want to pick up any of these products today, you can hop onto our website right now, chemicalguys.com. And before I forget, every single dollar you spend on chemicalguys.com, we give you a CG reward. Like this, you are eligible to redeem it for free stuff, apparel, goodies, and much more. So hop on there and learn more about it. Or if you want to pick it up in person today, you can stop by your local detail garage. We have over 85 detail locations across the globe, including Canada and UK. As always, I'm Henry, and thank you for sharing Passion for Shine with Chemical Guys.